All right, if y'all are watching, we are here with Dirt Anarchy. We are going to play a quick commercial, and then we're going to get into the race. You are here watching Dirt Static Esports, broadcasting for Dirt Anarchy. So thank you all for coming out. Enjoy the advertisement. Enjoy this commercial break. NRI machining. The difficult we do right away, and the impossible will take a little longer. Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy is an independent retail pharmacy offering prescriptions, a full line of over-the-counter medication products, and gifts for family and friends. The pharmacy offers in-store pickup, drive-through pickup, and delivery. Contact us by phone at 740-259-0041 or visit our Facebook page. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Dirt Anarchy. This is their opening night for the street stocks, Dirt Street Stocks. So, racing at Peevely, good old I-55. We just had a new update for Iracing, so some of the damage models for the cars are a little bit different. The track states are going to be a little bit different. The tire wear is going to be a little bit different. The depreciation at the tire over the race will be a little bit different. So there's going to be a whole lot of new things going on for the guys. As you can see, there's a little bit of a mess up or something. The catch fence for some reason is green, so just divert your attention away from that. But we'll take a quick look at the sponsor page here. You guys can check out all the sponsors while I set some stuff up over here on the screen. Dirt Anarchies, who we're racing with tonight. Couple of the sponsors for them: Anarchy Custom Wraps and Designs, 06 Racing Productions, 4M Customs, Blueprint, Event Rentals is one of mine, Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy is one of mine. One of the big ones that we use for Dirt Anarchy It's Adrenaline Spike Designs, does a lot of the wraps for the guys throughout the league. Also had some merchandise things going on. Hopefully we'll do that in the future. If not, then we'll have to switch that over and figure it out. There are some cars rolling around the track, so we will switch over here in a second as soon as we get the engine noise ironed out, because it is just a tad bit too loud. So there it is. We're going to hop over on the live screen, watch some of these guys qualify. They are ready to roll. Out on the track right there, you've seen Bud Molyneux. We're going to pull up this tab here. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Brandon Starnes, league owner, all the way up front with a quick time of a 13.871. David Garman following closely in second, 13.920. Bud, who we just seen on the track, ran a 14.049. On the rest of the way down the field, fourth place, Derek Jester, running out top five, Travis Gardner. In sixth place, Eric Dillard. And in seventh, Mike Tucker. It'll be a two-heat, most likely a one-feature event. Heat races, 10 laps, top four advance of the feature. We only have 9 drivers, so every single person that you see on the track will make it into the feature. If you guys are out here watching the broadcast right now, or you're watching at a later date, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on with me. Went to the zoo yesterday. I got a little boy. Most of you probably know. Some of you don't know, but I got a son, 9 months old, just getting to it. So it was a blast going out there and watching him and enjoy all the animals and looking at all the fish in the aquarium. So I had an absolute blast. But I've had a little bit of some health complications going on lately, and we've been trying to get all that figured out. So I had a little bit of a procedure done today. I had a surgery done a while ago, but we're getting everything figured out. So all right, on the screen now, heat race number 1 coming up. Brandon Starnes starting on the pole position for heat race number 1. This will be a 10-lap event, 8 advance. Everyone you see on track today will be in the feature. David Garman sitting in second place outside pole. Third place, Bud Molyneux. Fourth place, Derek Jester. Fifth place, Travis Gardner. Sixth place, Eric Dillard. And seventh place, Michael Tucker. You guys saw it here first. What you see on the screen is what you got. Brandon Starnes, the pole sitter. We're focused in on him right there. You can see his picture down on the bottom side of the screen, holding this trophy. Hopefully he can pull one out here tonight. So, great job at everyone so far throughout the season, throughout the league. We have some logos and stuff that we need to get rid of real fast on the screen. And then we are going to get rolling. Driver details, we'll put that away and we'll save that for another time. All right. So, here we go. Heat race number 1, the Iracing pace truck, official pace truck of Iracing. It's about to dip off. We're going around turn number 3 and turn number 4. Brandon Starnes is going to take off at a green flag. Brandon Starnes getting a good lead. David Garman on the outside. Brandon Starnes getting a decent run on the low line. Bud Molyneux trying to take the high line there in third. Derek Jester falling in close behind in fourth place. David Garman sitting in behind number 1 of Brandon Starnes. Right there is Brandon Starnes in the 1B, the race leader out there right now running a 14.757 with David Garman in behind running a 15.0. David's going to have to move it on up a little bit if he wants to catch old Brandon up there running a 14.7. Great job out of these guys. 06 Racing Productions, that is David Garman's gig. He does anything from animations all the way to logo creating or anything like that. So if you need anything from David Garman, 06 Racing Productions. If you got me on Facebook or you got me on Twitch or YouTube, most likely Facebook, and you look me up over there, Dirt Static Esports. We do have an official Facebook page with around 400 people in the following. So look us up on there, and we can get you in order with some of the guys in the Discord if you need any services done from any of our sponsors through the league. Brandon Starnes still the race leader. David Garman following closely in behind. Right there in the 06, the gray 06 car. David Garman doing a great job trying to hold on to this. Brandon Starnes pushing out a 13.954. Great times around the racetrack. Jester's moved up into third place. Give you the rundown. Starnes in first, David Garman in second. You've heard those names a lot. Derek Jester in third. Fourth place, Travis Gardner. And rounding out the top 5 is Michael Tucker. Then you've got Dillard 6 and Molyneux 7. Focusing on Derek Jester here in the 56 car. Dirt Anarchy sported on the hood. I am almost positive, and I am positive now that I saw it, Adrenaline Spike Designs did do the wrap on Mr. Jester's car. They're a beautiful number 56 car making it around the track with street stock. I've had the appreciation of meeting Derek on the Iracing platform. Spent a lot of time hanging out with him, running a lot of late night events. Great guy, Derek Jester. His white flag's out. Here we go. Brandon Starnes is going to roll by and take the checker. David Garman's going to come in second. Jester in third. Fourth, Gardner. Fifth, Tucker. Sixth, Dillard. And 7, Molyneux. Great job out of the racers out of heat race number 1. Fantastic job. Good racing. A little bit spread out here in the pack, but with the new update that's coming out in iRacing, it is going to be a little confusing for the drivers to get used to the cars. So, great job out of them so far. Let's take a check at our sponsor page, ladies and gentlemen. 4M Customs, NRI Machining. He's our constant sponsor. Matthew Nasworthy, nice little garage down there in Macon, Georgia. When you guys do see a caution, if we do see a caution in the A main, you will see the NRI Machining caution. So, Blueprint Event Rentals, local hometown in Lucasville, Ohio. It's where we are located at. We got another one, Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. Any type of pharmaceutical needs you may need, give Brandon Holbrook a call over there. He's off of Lucasville Medford Road, right in front of Valley High School. Holbrook's Hometown Pharmacy. Back to the race. B main coming up. Give you the grid for the B main. First place, Michael Tucker on the pole. Second, Eric Dillard. Third place, Bud Molyneux. That's a quick grid for the B main. This is going to be a 15-lap event. All drivers you see in the B main are going to make it into the race. And again, SDK throws a logo right in my face, but that is all right. Get it figured out. Here we go. iRacing official pace truck out front, leading these guys around the track. Michael Tucker is going to mash the gas in turn 3 and 4 in this dirt street stock, and he is going to take off. Michael Tucker up front with a good lead. Bud Molyneux putting the slider up on Dillard, trying to take that position away from him. Dillard's going to take on the low side. 3 cars on the track, 3 positions. These guys are racing for position in this B main, and it looks like Tucker and Molyneux are about to be battling it out. If you do look at the screen here, you can see all the sponsors are on the bottom left of the page. I'd like to give a big shout out and a thank you to all the sponsors that we have. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I do have an eSports hat on up there in the top corner. I'll wave at you just in case you couldn't see me. But fantastic hat. I had a lot of guys help me out throughout the last couple weeks, couple months on getting some merchandise together, some different things like that, trying to grow the brand. I actually just purchased a racing cart. So we are going to be moving on into the real racing side on a dirt oval cart. For now, we're on iRacing. Michael Tucker all the way out front, Bud Molyneux right in behind of him. These guys are running decent lap times. Michael Tucker hitting a 14.207. Molyneux hitting a 14.356. Dillard with a faster lap that time at a 14.297. See if he can run them down. Bud sitting there in your second place spot. This is your B main event. We are 7 laps in out of 15. These guys are out here racing for position. Michael Tucker with a decent lead, about 8/10 of a gap on second place here. Try to get this track worn in a little bit more before we get to that feature. So good thing that they ended up running this. Bud Molyneux still in second. Take a look back here at Dillard. After cruising around the track, having the time of his life. Having fun running the high side, filling the track out a little bit. Sounds like we might have had somebody in the wall. Looks like Bud's trying to push it up there on Tucker. See if he can get up there. Bud been consistent in the race line. He's been running the whole time. He's been running middle to high, or so excuse me, middle to low. Tucker pushing a little bit higher on the race line than Molyneux is. It looks like Molyneux is trying to get some faster lap times in. Tucker currently running a 14.435. Molyneux on a 14.322. Probably hard to see that on the screen. Got to cover up my logo a little bit. We will fix that with SDK there before too long. But it definitely is just a little hard sometimes. So we've got... Let's see if we can figure it out now. The gap and the lap time for some reason is highlighted. Not sure what to do with that, but maybe we'll do that. Does that work? Maybe that works. Nope, we are gonna have to go back to gap. There we go. We'll try to figure it out. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Not too sure, but right there's the checkered flag out. You guys did a good job in that heat race. Fantastic job. Not sure what happened there at the end, but I don't know. We will jump back over. The grid is going to come out. I do believe that they are going to do a warm-up first, so we will take this time to shout out the sponsors one more time. Take a look on the screen there. You guys can see all of the sponsors. We're going to hop over on the replay tab real quick. We'll take a look. I just want to see what happened there at the end. Just for fun. I just want to see what happened there at the end. I think Bud might have sitting there in a little hard there. Right here on the last lap. Bud sends her in pretty hard. Michael comes down pretty low. They just made some contact and made it down. So looked like everything turned out to be all right. We are going to take a look at Bud's car here after that accident. I kind of want to see what damage was sustained on that car. You can see just a little bit of quarter. That wasn't that big of a shot, but later on we might actually see a lot more damage come out of these cars, especially in the late models. They redid the entirety of the damage scale on these cars. So I'd say that we will be looking at something a little different later on whenever it comes to the damage on these late models out here on the track. But these are the street stocks. Here in a little bit we'll be running the 358s. Give you a little bit of a look at the track here, some information. We can look at the weather too. 22 degrees Celsius, 87%, so it's a little wet out there still. This is in Peevely in the United States. Track length 0.44 kilometers. I think SDK is set up for the UK, so it'll be alright. I'll tell you what we can do while we're here. I will make a little bit of an adjustment to this just to kind of give you guys a full spectrum of what's going on. We'll cover my face up there. I'll wave over the top of that banner there for you, but maybe that will turn out to be a little bit better as we cycle through everything that's going on. Pull the race tab up, and it's not going to make it better. Probably should have known that, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and play with it since we're over here. Let's do that. Let's see what happens then. We are about to pull up the grid for the next race session. That looks okay. We can live with that. All right. So, in total, we've got 7 cars on the track. Your number one guy focused right there behind the grid. The 1B, Brandon Starnes, giving that engine a little rev, letting everybody know that he is up there. Starting outside pole, David Garman It's Junior, by the way, if anybody didn't know, but it is up here on the screen. So, outside pole, Dave Garmin, 0606 Racing Productions. Third place, starting on your inside row, inside second row, excuse me, Derek Jester in the number 56 car. Starting outside second row in fourth place, the Green Machine, Travis Gardner. In fifth place, Bud Molyneux. Sixth place, Michael Tucker. And seventh place, Eric Dillard. This race is about to be underway. We are focused on the number 1 of Brandon Starnes, as you can see on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to roll. This is a 35-lap event. These guys out here in these dirt street stocks are going to be fighting for the lead. Track's got a little bit of slick on it now. One more shout out of the sponsors before we do go live. Everything you see there on the screen, the pace truck is about to dip off and we are rolling back into the live screen. The green flag flies at I-55. No, it doesn't. That green flag definitely flew. Not too sure what's going on, but I do believe Michael Tucker was in the pits. You can see him pulling out there. Not too sure what happened to old Mike there. But right there, Michael Tucker is the one who went to pits. Not too sure, but that is a beautiful looking wrap. 5.6 graphics, Buckwheat's custom designs. He's out there parked on the track, the number 8 car. Not too sure what went on with Mike, but there was a hold up on the race. So there it is, the official pace truck of iRacing. Brandon Starnes, David Garmin, and them flying around it. Everyone's got to go around the pace truck one more time before we can take off for a green flag. Not sure what's going on with Mike Tucker. Hopefully everybody figures it out. Hopefully, I don't really know what's going on, but we will definitely figure it out here shortly. If you guys do see SDK, all the timing up there, it says feature lap 5. We're not on lap 5. We are on lap 1 still. Haven't gone green. I think we might have went green there for a second, but I had all that build up just to say we're going green and then we don't go green. That's all right. Pace truck's in the infield. Green flag flies. Brandon Starnes is going to take off out of turn number 4. Brandon Starnes goes into turn number 1 on the low side, inside of the slick. David Garmin going to take the high line. Derek Jester going to take the inside, following him behind Brandon Starnes. Brandon Starnes ripping him the lip down the straight stretch. Goes to the middle line on turn 3 and 4. Sorry, 1 and 2, excuse me. Brandon Starnes enters turn 3 and 4 with David Garmin following closely in behind. Derek Jester going to take the high line. Gardner in behind him taking the high line as well. Your top 5 after lap number 3. Starnes, Garmin, Jester, Gardner, and Mullen. Brandon Starnes up front running a 14.303. David Garmin is slightly faster, running a 14.281. We're going to see if David Garmin can actually run down Brandon Starnes here in the next couple of laps. All the drivers out here staying nice and spread out. The field is wide. Derek Jester getting a little loose coming out of turn number 2, bringing the car back together, tightening it up. He is whipping that rear end halfway through that turn. I'd say that with the new update on iRacing, things will be a little bit different for a lot of the drivers. I haven't had the chance to go out there and drive on the track yet, but I would say that it is quite a bit different. I know a lot of the guys have been talking about the late models before they came out here, and it has been a little bit of a challenge trying to figure out what is going on with the late models. So hopefully they do get that figured out. all the guys out here driving and racing. It'll be a little complicated if they won't be able to, but I'm sure they'll be able to. We are playing around with this, trying to figure this out. Not sure why this is all up here like this, but it is kind of throwing me off, but it's alright. I'm sure that it's okay. This is a little predominant sticking out there, the times are, but Brandon Starnes still the race leader. All the way out front with a 14.528 David Garmin, 14.490 Derek Gessler running a 14.5. The rest of the guys out back are trying to make it. Brandon Starnes is catching up with lap traffic. This will make it a little interesting. Never mind. Caution is out. 14 laps in on a 35-lap race. We have our first caution. We'll take you to the caution spots.
NRI machine, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible will take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, think I found it. Not really sure what happened, but Bud kind of centering a little hard up here on the high side. Up into the wall. Couldn't really get the car off the wall. Just rolled down the track after that. So I do believe we have two guys in pits. We are just waiting for them to come back out. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are out here watching, we will be right back. Thank y'all for coming out. Got a couple laps until these guys get out of the pits, so I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're back. Still under caution. I do believe everyone is out of the pits now. Dillard is just now coming back out, so. Ready to get this racing underway. 14 laps in, 35 lap A main. Drivers have been running out there for 7 minutes 30 seconds. We are green flag and ready to go. Brandon Starnes taking off with a green flag, sticking the low line, turn 1 and 2. Usually a good idea to street stock. These things don't have that much power. Take the low line first couple starts so you get a little bit of momentum, build back up, jump back up to the high side. But Derek Jester making a move on the inside of David Garmin. Derek Jester and David Garmin side by side for second place. Derek Jester trying to throw the slider on the low line, not going to stick him, but he's going to be able to hang it. He's right on David Garmin's door. Derek Jester, low line looks a little bit faster on the way in, but David Garmin is getting him on the way out. This is a race for second place. Great job out of the two drivers being conscious of the cars around them. Fantastic performance, fantastic show coming out of the 56 and the 06 of Derek Jester and David Garmin. David Garmin still working the high line up around the top side. Don't forget about Travis Gardner. Travis Gardner back in the 37 car, all black with a white number, trying to push on up there and make it a race for second, third. David running away a little bit on the high side here from Jester. Jester's going to fall on back. Gets a little loose coming out of turn number 2. Giving Travis Gardner an opportunity to maybe move back up. Brandon Starnes is now past the lap in traffic. Down on the blue side. Evened out racetrack right now. All the cars are pretty close together, but they're still pretty far apart. David Garman is eating away at that gap that Brandon Starnes had on him. Brandon Starnes is up to about, I'd say 9/10 there, a second. Close to a second. David Garman's got it all the way down to 5/10. He's half a second behind Brandon Starnes, and he is trying to run him down. Brandon Starnes trying multiple different race lines, trying to figure it out around the racetrack. He is up there leading. You don't want to run the same line the whole race because you might miss out on the fast line. David Garman trying to do everything he can to catch up with Brandon Starnes. Brandon Starnes on the low side, David Garman's on the high side. Looks like David's actually trying everything. Looks like he's low side 1 and 2, high to middle 3 and 4. Looking at the live gap time though, Brandon Starnes is absolutely crushing this race. If you guys don't know, Brandon Starnes, your race leader out there in the 1B. He is the owner and operator of Dirt Anarchy. Brandon has had an absolute fantastic set of guys come out here and race in this league. Brandon's a really good guy himself. He does a lot for the guys here at Dirt Anarchy. Anything from getting guys sets of pedals to upgrade their set or anything else Brandon does for the guys. It's always great having him around. He's a really good guy. So. All right, caution number 2. We'll go to caution. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by NRI Machining, located in Macon, Georgia. The difficult we do right away, the impossible would take a little longer. Call 478-731-0496 for all your machining needs.
All right, we're here at the caution. I'm going to go ahead and play this one. Looks like Dillard and Monaloo just got into a little bit of an incident here. Monaloo kicked her a little wide, overcorrected, went back up onto the track, had a little bit of contact between these two drivers. So that's all right. We will go back to the live screen. Get ready to get this race back underway. Brandon Starnes, still your race leader up front. I haven't been looking at my phone much, but if you guys are in the chat, thank you guys for coming out to the screen. Coming out to the broadcast. Green flag is underway. Race is back on. Brandon Starnes with a decent early lead. A little bit of wall tap there out of Brandon Starnes. Hopefully that new damage model doesn't do anything crazy. Brandon's been the race leader throughout the whole race. Give you a rundown. Brandon Starnes out front, Garmin in second, Jester in third, Gardner in fourth, and Tucker in fifth, rounding off top 5. Good job out of all the drivers so far. Decent performance in the heat race. Heat main wasn't looking too bad. Do have some guys in the chat. So Helm Motorsports, Matthew Helm, what's up, man? Good to see you. And Adrenaline Spike Designs said, let's go Travis. Cheering on old Travis Gardner. We're on lap 31 out of 35. Brandon Starnes still way out front. We got a battle coming in between David Garman and Derek Jester. Derek Jester up on the high side, David Garman on the low side. David able to slide up in front of Derek and take that high side away from him. Good driving out of both the drivers. They are neck and neck. Derek Jester is right on the rear end of David Garman. Comes out second in this. top 3 drivers locked in for an interview. Travis Gardner in 4th place, still trying to push up there to Derek Jester and trying to get the pass before the end of the race. We're on lap 33 out of 35. Lap 34, one more time past the checkered. We'll go white. White flags out. Brandon Starnes, race leader. Derek Jester still trying to make a move on the 06 of David Garman. Running the high side. Derek's going to dive to the middle. David Garman's up high. Derek went a little too short. Derek Jester's down into the wall. That is a big throw off there. So your leaders, your top 3, P1, 2, and 3, Brandon Starnes with the race win. David Garman in 2nd. And it would have been Derek Jester, but he sent it a little too hard in the slick there, ladies and gentlemen, and put himself straight off. So Travis Gardner will be that 3rd place finisher. And we're going to take a look. Derek Jester had this in the bag. Right here he is. Sends it a little sharp into the slick, a little too much out of the car. And that leaves Travis Gardner as your 4th place finish. Great job to all the drivers here tonight. Fantastic job. We are going to go through a little interview process and get some of these guys in the interview. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. We'll send you over to the sponsor page, and I'll go pick these guys up. Ladies and gentlemen, with me in the booth is your race winner, P1 finisher, Brandon Starnes. Brandon, absolute fantastic league that you put on here with the guys. Nice to see you out here in the dirt street stock putting some laps in. Brandon, tell us a little bit about your race.
And it was different, with the update and dropping tonight. It was definitely a different street stock. The car handled totally different than I'm used to. But we was able to line it out there towards the end of the race, and kind of figure it out and work out the tweaks as we went. But it definitely is a big difference tonight for sure.
Yeah, I know that a couple times throughout the broadcast I talked about the new update. I just wanted to know my own personal experience. Maybe some of the fans out there want to know how much did the throttle control change in that street stock from the previous update to now with the update?
I'll tell you this much: it used to be full throttle, you just hammer down. Right now, I'm not able to full throttle it. I can't. And you get in the slick, the car kind of over rotate on you a lot quicker than it used to. So, used to you could just hammer down and hold it wide open and go around the whole track with it slick. Now it ain't like that. So they did make some adjustments, and the force feedback on these things have changed a lot from what I was running. I had to switch that up on the fly tonight. The steering ratio, I changed it up. I used to run 4-to-1. Right now I'm running 6-to-1. So it's a couple changes, but man, I like it. I like it. I'm about to go run some pros in the other league, and I'm going to see how that goes for me. So, I figured with this update, it's going to change the game in a lot of people's driving style, and they're going to have to kind of cope with it and learn as they go.
Yeah. Well, Brandon, you led all 30 laps here tonight at Peevely on I-55. Car was working really well for you. I could tell the other guys behind you were having to kind of drive a little more than they used to, you know what I mean, with the new update coming out. But I think it's going to be a nice, fresh thing to iRacing, and these guys are going to have a good time trying to figure it out. So, great job, Brandon Starnes. Shout out some of your sponsors out there, man, with your P1 finish tonight. Let them know.
Man, first and foremost, 4M Customs, Michael Mitchell, Buckwheats Customs, 54 Motorsports, NRI Machining, Adrenaline Spike Designs, Track Dogs Racing, 06 Racing Productions, and Klosterman Engraving and Design. Without them guys, man, this league, it wouldn't be a thing. We got a lot of help here to put this stuff on, and and do what we do. And it's just, man, it's great to have them standing behind us. And then last but not least, there's Static Esports. You putting this thing on and broadcasting for us, man. I appreciate it.
All right, Brandon, everyone here in the league appreciates you. Viewers out there watching, Brandon Starnes, your P1 finisher. Let's give a shout out and absolute thank you to Brandon Starnes for putting on the league and putting on a great race for us tonight. Good job, Brandon.
Thank y'all. Have a wonderful night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to pull the next one up. Your P2 finisher, David Garman, is here in the booth. David, are you there?
What's up, Marcus?
Hey, man, listen, fantastic performance out of you. I know Derek Jester was breathing down your neck there for a minute with that P2 finish, but David, you held on to it and you wheeled the crap out of that dirt street stock and you did an absolute fantastic job pulling off a P2 finish. So, David, tell us a little bit about your race.
Weird, hard, difficult. I don't know. Take your pick. The cars have changed. With this recent update that just came out today, so it's a learning curve. Obviously Brandon figured it out faster than I did, but they're just different. So it's just gonna be a learning curve for all the guys, and can't really complain about a second place though. So I'll take it, and we'll move on and see what happens next.
Yeah, I talked to Brandon a little bit about the update, and he said the throttle control was a little bit different. I know with the street stocks with being underpowered, usually you're on the loud pedal quite a bit, but I could tell that you guys out there driving were having to actually wheel the thing a little bit more than before. So maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing, not sure. I'm pretty sure it'll be a blessing for a lot of people. But David did a great job in P2. I know, man, Derek Jester was right there on your heels, and he came around turn number 3, sent it a little hard in the slick, and ended up falling back. But you definitely held on to it and had a good defensive line throughout the entire race. And great job of you, David. If you want to shout out your sponsors.
Yeah, no. Shouts to Derek. He was hanging there the whole time with me, and I know he's giving me a run for the money, and hopefully I didn't trip him up too bad on the start, that last restart, because I went to go grab 4th gear, and it said neutral, and that was the end of it, so. Yeah, sponsor-wise, let's see. Got him somewhere.
Probably got a big list over there, don't you?
There it is. Yeah, so Journalist Bike Design and Art Machining, Track Dog Racing, 06 Race Productions, and Anarchy Custom Wraps, 54 Motorsports, and Klosterman Engraving and Designs. Thanks to the guys for supporting what we do and letting us be able to run these races.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Your P2 finisher at Peevely I-55, David Garman. David, fantastic job tonight, man.
Yeah, thanks, Marcus.
All right, buddy, we'll see you later. Ladies and gentlemen, that was David Garman. Now we're going to be pulling up next Travis Gardner. Travis Gardner is going to hop up here into the booth, and he is going to give us a little bit of a rundown on how he pulled away the 3rd place finish. Travis, how are you?
I'm pretty good, I guess.
Well, Travis, a little bit of an eventful race for you there. Hung out in 4th place most of the race. Got a little bit of a taste of the P3 right there from old Derek Jester, sending a little hard in 3 and 4, but you did a decent job holding on to the car. I know it was a little different tonight with the new update that came out. Throttle control has kind of been a little bit different. The cars are driving a little different. The tires feel a little bit different, but tell us a little bit about your race.
It's better to be lucky than good most of the time, and I guess tonight was one of them, especially in the street stock, because I never drive these things. So I was just hanging out in 4th place. I was going to let them have it, trying to get used to all of these changes, because it's definitely a learning curve, that's for sure.
Yeah, usually we see Travis Gardner out in the late model, but he came out here in dirt street stock tonight. Travis is a pretty avid late model driver. I know that he competed in the Pro Qualifier Series. Not sure how he did, but it's a feat to even get up there and compete with the guys that are up there in the top tier. So, Travis, fantastic job tonight, man. What'd you think about old Derek there?
He had a fast car until I don't know if he got nervous or just sent it a little too hard, but he definitely had the car to beat me, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was a great thing watching him. I know he was on David Garman's heels the entire time. David definitely had his hands full, but been nice to see Jester up here, but it's all right having you in the booth, man. It's always good talking to old Travis Gardner. But fantastic job tonight in P3 finish, man. Give a shout out to your sponsors, and we'll get this on the way.
I'd like to thank you for broadcasting, Brandon and them for putting this on. And even though I don't have a wrap on this car, I'd like to thank Chris W. Watkins at Adrenaline Spike Designs for all he does for me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your P3 finisher, Travis Gardner. Congratulations to Travis on the P3 finish. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of the show. Fantastic racing tonight. I'll give you a rundown one more time. Brandon Starnes is the P1, David Garman P2, and Travis Gardner P3. Rest of the way down the field, Tucker, Jester, Molyneux, and Dillard. Fantastic job to all the racers. I congratulate the top three on the podium finishes. And we are going to get out of your hair. Ladies and gentlemen, if you came out tonight, thank you very much for coming. We'll give you one more look at the sponsor page there. If you guys want to see more racing like this, check out the YouTube channel. Drop a like, drop a subscription if you want to. Check out the Twitch. We're on there also, and we are also on Facebook, live streaming on Facebook. So if you guys are out watching, thank you very much for coming out, and we are going to be on our way. I hope you all have a great night.